This is lesson 11 from Guitar Method Book 1. And this book is available for free on artofclassicalguitar.com. So in this lesson, we're going to learn about the upbeat. The upbeat is an upbeat. It counts for the last beat of the measure of the time signature that we're dealing with. So for example, in lesson 11A, there's an upbeat, and this is actually beat 3. So we start with beat 3, and then immediately after beat 1. So have a look at lesson 11A, and it's quite a bit longer than what we're used to. It's 16 measures, I would say. And so why don't we run through this lesson, and I'll show you what the upbeat sounds like, because it's a lot easier to show you just by how it sounds than speak about it. But one of the things in this lesson is that we need to realize that this is in 3/4. So it's going to sound like a kind of a waltz almost feeling. So here we go. Yeah. And so that ended with a tie, and in this case the tie is just holding the note within the bar, not over the bar. So just be aware of that. And now I'd like to move on to lesson 11B. So this starts with an upbeat again, because this is a lesson about upbeats, but I'll just focus on the upbeat. So you have to count 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it should be a lot weaker than the note right after, which could be a little bit confusing. You don't want to go like that or something, because you have to start by counting. So 1, 2. So let's do that in the lesson 11B. So here we go. 1, 2. So kind of like that. So let's try it again. 1, 2. So there was a tie in measure 8, and that tie is held over into the next beat, or the next measure. So yeah, that's another one that's quite a bit longer than what we're used to. And now I'd like to move on to lesson 11C, and this example is in a 4/4 time, and we're also using I, so the I finger and the A finger, and it's in 4/4, so just be aware of that. So it's a little bit of a different feeling than the previous two. Again, that ended with a tie, which is within the same bar, and pay attention to the upbeat. So the upbeat in this lesson 11C, so we would count 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's you have to count 1, 2, 3, and then you come in on 4, and then immediately after you're starting on the first beat. And another thing that you need to know is that the upbeat is not measure 1. The upbeat is just an upbeat, and so you'll see that the first measure is after the first bar line. So it could be a little bit confusing, but with time you'll get it. So now I'd like to move on to lesson 11D. And this is in 4/4 time, but we're using A and M, or M and A. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that had a tie in measure 4, and also had a tie in measure 8. And those are both within the bar, not over the bar line. So, and it gave us a little bit of practice with M and A. So that was good. And that's all I really wanted to talk about